This
I have
conference
this.
will now be recorded.
I can show. I can show it.
Okay, let me give you,
Mm-hmm.
let me make this. You are the presenter now.
Yeah. So this is what I tried so far.
Mm, okay, so
I have a question.
yeah, please.
Does it matter where I put the council? Because it still works, but like, does it need to be next to where whatever I put it to, or should it all the councils be together?
Can you just come again?
Yeah. So like here, the council is
Mm-hmm.
like right next to each other, right?
Yes.
But if it's like for this one, it's like
Mm-hmm.
this is in between. This one is for this part, so it doesn't matter where the
Mm-hmm.
council is.
Yeah, see, obviously, right? See, whenever you add a console, no, not within the function, like outside of the function.
Hmm? I think you got cut off. I can't hear anything.
Hello,
Yeah, now I can.
hello.
Yeah, it's good. Are you saying something? I don't hear anything anymore.
Okay, so am I audible now?
Yes, now you are.
Okay. Yeah. So, okay. So that what I'm trying to say here is, so whenever you put a console directly like this, like, in the line number 12, 14, 15, 18, and 21,
Mm-hmm.
right? So if you are putting straight away, obviously it will be executed by default, no matter what it is. Okay.
Okay.
So
Mm.
if you need some organization, I mean, if you need some, like, making code readability, and if you want to practice something, the only option that you have, like, you can write only one function at a time, and based on that, based on your requirement, you can change the function, and uh, uh, maintain to most probably maximum one or two consoles only. Otherwise, if you put a consoles like this, you will get all of them at a time, and you never know, like, what exactly you are printing.
Mm.
You're getting my point?
Yeah.
Yeah. So if you put consoles like this, right, definitely it will be a difficult part. So instead of that, you can take more functions and write in an organized way of coding, so that which function is required for you, just print that console only that function.
Okay.
Did I answer your question or not yet?
Yeah. Uh, kind of.
Okay. So, I mean, kind of in the sense, like, what
Like,
exactly your question can you?
like, should is it better to keep it to like close together or
No,
have
no,
all the?
no, no. See, that is no, no, no. That is what I already. I mean, I understand your concern, but I'm probably, you are not getting my point. So, if you put like this, there will be no harm. I mean, the code will be executed like that only. But you tell me, like, which console you are using on which purpose. There is no proper readability, right?
Mm.
See, if you know how care you are about the UX, right? Obviously, and when a user comes to that, user should feel comfortable that they're seeing that good user experience, right?
Mm-hmm.
In the same way, when developer comes and see at least the code, at least you are writing your own code and you are verifying later, or else you are giving your code to somebody and they are reviewing your code. it should be a proper organized and good readability also required, right? If you
Mm.
put like this, there will be no harm. But the point is how many consoles that you have written within the single document, within the 20 lines of code, probably 4 or 5 consoles. And when you are checking this in the browser, you will get all consoles will be logged for sure.
Mm.
And the problem is you don't know which console is purpose, what purpose. And whenever you are trying to write some logic, only that specific console only you should log it. Rest other controls you can simply comment it.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so again I'm telling you, to answer your question, so you should only write that organized way. Okay,
Mhm.
and let us say that I'll come to deep dive on this. What exactly you have written. See, let us say that you took one function, print amount. Okay, name, age, money. Name is so age and has money. Okay, dollars fine. Now you want to print. Okay, you already printed that in line number 12, right? Print amount.
Yeah.
Darshana 22 and 100, and that is fine. Now whenever you see that print amount, better to keep console in the line number 4, so that at least that function is that is the function, and this line number whatever you have written there,
Mm. Oh, you cut off again.
put it in the line number 4.
I think you keep cutting off. Are you saying something? Hello?
Yeah, am I audible?
Now you are, yeah.
Okay, looks like there was some internet issue from my side, I think it seems, but yeah, I think we can still manage with it, but no
Mm.
issue. Yeah,
Okay.
here your screen back.
Yeah.
Okay, so now what I'm trying to say here is when you are asked to, yeah, so now you print. Okay, so now apart from that line number 1 to 4, you understand, you written a function and you are doing that console log over there. And when it
Mm.
comes to line number 6, what you have did, original string welcome comma hi, and new string original string dot replace welcome and Sanjay. Okay, let word is equal to blue, let repeat word is equal to word dot repeat and repeat word. Okay, but
Mhm.
what exactly case for the no replace?
Replace?
Yeah,
What about it?
no. So original string is something and new string is something.
Oh,
Okay, so
yeah.
did I see? I see.
Hmm.
No, no. It should be like proper arrangement. I mean, you have written code, but there is no arrangement, proper arrangement.
Yeah, so this should
And
be.
if you want to, yeah, yeah, yeah. See, if you want to try all of them, like replace, repeat, and all, you should try one by one. Okay, and when
Mm.
you are executing one thing, and others should be commented.
Okay.
Okay, then there is no readability, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're cut off again.
Okay. So apart from yeah, yeah. So apart from that, organizing code or readability, do you have any functional questions?
Yes. Can let, like, can this be inside of a function?
Yes, we can write. I mean, that is the need of that function. I mean, that is the requirement of the function.
But like
But
this
the
is
point,
outside
yeah,
the
but
bracket.
see, but the okay. See, the point is like there will be two things, Darshana. One is that syntax, learning of the syntax and learning of the logical.
Mm,
Okay, so learning syntax will be easy even though if you focus the syntax, you will get it from the internet as well. But logic, you won't get it. So you should only think about the logic.
okay.
Okay, and second thing, whenever you are practicing, make sure there will be a small example. See, whatever you are practicing, let us say that replace or what you saw that repeat or maybe string length, all should be like kind of examples. If you pick something, I mean, if you pick methods randomly, definitely you won't get it by end of the day. You won't get any knowledge for sure.
Mm,
Okay, so you first decide that what you are looking. I mean, what is your requirement or what you are looking at, what kind of example that you are trying to implement it. These are all that just I'm giving just an example. See, in real time we may have a lot of examples for sure.
mm,
Okay, because let us say we'll talk one other example. Okay, with the repeat. Okay, so
mm,
usually password we are not going to when you enter password in the input field, right, you cannot see
yeah,
the characters or cannot see the letters what exactly we are entering, so everything will
yeah,
be converted either dots or either replaced with the stars only, right?
yes.
So now the point is, let us say you have a password of like 1 2 3 4 5 6.
Mm,
Probably based on the UI, you want to see the password or you want to show the password also, but with star symbols or maybe dot symbols. In that scenario, it will be like a kind of example where you
mm,
can show that either dots or stars as a password. And if you start debugging on like each and every method, you will get a lot of real time examples, mixing of lot of real time examples.
mm,
Okay,
okay.
don't stick to like this session, or don't stick to a limited kind of examples. Better to go for like big example and try to learn one by one.
Okay. We'll try.
Okay, yeah,
Yeah.
and to answer your question, yes, you can write that within the function, but not after return statement. Before return statement itself, you can write whatever you want, but what is your requirement, how you want to, what you want to write before the return, and what exactly you want to see the output for a print amount.
Uh, well, I wanted to have the name changed, like have this, since this is my name, I wanted that to
Yes,
change into a different name. So that's why I thought it could go inside, but then it was showing an error, I think.
I mean, what kind of error it is?
I don't remember, but I thought I shouldn't put it on the inside. When I put it on the outside, it was working.
Mhm.
So I
Maybe
wanted,
you have written after the return, I guess.
yeah, I did do after the written.
But yesterday I told you, right? Even if you write like 100 lines of after return, also it won't execute. It definitely it shows that unteachable code only. Because
Oh,
once you use the keyword or return statement within the function, what
mm-hmm.
exactly to return, it will be in a single line only, entire return. So you may have a thousand of lines before return or above return, but you are clubbing all of them, and finally you are returning one a piece of output. But
Mm,
once you add return, right, it won't work.
okay. So how
Yeah.
would I make a name be like able to change? I want this to have like
No,
my last name,
okay, you want to put your last name.
like be able to do a new string to my last name or to my name.
No, we do one thing, you just type like, how you want to see that, then I'll explain you.
Like I want it so it says nurse 200, and then I want the second line to be like my last name is Freddie 100, like that. Like I
Okay,
want
so
it so
now
that
you
the new string.
no 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 yeah, yeah I understand your concern. So now you want to print this line number 24 in 25 in one single line, or you want to execute in two functions?
Two functions.
Then simple thing, just copy the line number 4 and paste it again. Copy the line number 4 again, entire thing, and
Mm.
paste again, and you can change the name. No, here see, you are printing print amount double time, and you can change the name and the age, I mean whatever it is, and
Oh,
dollars, right? Paste it.
oh, oh. So how would I do it on the same line?
Yes, same. Means, see, that is what I told you yesterday. See, you do not need to write again one more function, but you can call n number of times, and every time you can change the parameters.
Oh, okay.
You understand that?
Mm-hmm.
Hmm.
Yeah, I think that's all the questions I had.
Okay.
Should I stop?
Okay. Yes, we can. Okay, so there will be a lot of methods for string and number, right? As we discussed yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
So you want me to explain them really, or can we go with that other examples?
Other examples of what?
Okay, so yesterday I told you, like, one thing, that right. So for each and every data type, okay, we have
Mm-hmm.
a methods. So
Yeah.
now you tell me, like, how many data types that we have?
Uh, Data type.
Yes.
Um, would that be function?
No,
Or,
no. Data types in the sense, like, whether it is a string or number or boolean or array or object.
or,
Okay, this is the second session that we had on data types, and I showed each and every string, number, boolean, true and false values, and object, array. These are all the data types.
mm, okay.
Okay,
Mm-hmm.
you should not forget it, Darshana. It is very important thing. So if you want to really learn all of them, you should focus it. Otherwise, you can simply ignore it. No issues.
Yeah, I'm taking notes now.
Okay. You are taking notes today. That session is already done. It gone.
No, I just like didn't write data types, like what it means.
Okay. Okay. See, I mean, yesterday also we discussed that, like, the length, how we can find the length of the string, right?
Mm-hmm.
So let us say that, let str equal to hello. Now we have to find that, what exactly the length it is. So we know that, length equal to 5. How would I know, on what basis that, I am telling that, length will be 5. So the length, how we going to str dot length. If you print this somewhere, like console dot log of str dot length, so it will give you, 1 second. Yeah, it will give you length of that, the total string. Okay, so it can be like, not exactly string for let arr. equal to array also. So it will be like, let us say that I'll take some names here, okay, some user names, or maybe instead of ARR I'll add that students, like I'm adding that few names here: Ramesh, Suresh, Krishna, Ram, Bharat. You know that what is the length of the students?
It's uh 5.
Yes, 5 only. So how
Mm-hmm.
can we check that? Not just for a string, for students also we can use the same thing. It's students dot length, and if you test this, you will get the same answer as a 5 only.
Mm-hmm.
If you want to, you can test it, and you can remove Bharat, and now you can check the output will be 4.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Okay.
Uh, yeah. So, oh, 1 second, so that we can trigger the email and stuff. Yeah. So this is how we can count the length of the arrays. Okay. So if you
Mm-hmm.
remember yesterday, we found like few of the methods for string. These are all the string methods only, like finding length, character, and concatenation of the two strings. And what most of that we're going to use in real time, obviously length, and concat also we can use. Mm, yeah, this like uppercase method, lowercase method,
Yeah.
where we already tried that. We can and trim also we found that. Replace, you are already trying that. Yeah, and
Mm-hmm.
another thing is like split. Okay, let us say that we can use the same examples here. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to copy all of them. See, if you observe my way of explaining, I'm not actually executing two logs at a time, because you will get a confused for it for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so now str we have like apple, orange, banana, and if you log them, how it will become? See, log of fruits. See, so this is a string actually, but when we use the split by comma basis, it turns as a array, because we have a commas here. So we are splitting based on the commas.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so now the same way, what I'm going to do is I'm going to have this only apple. Now you will get the clear idea. Apple, and I'm using that str dot split. I'm not actually using comma here. Let us see what exactly output we are going to get here. See,
Mm-hmm.
A P P L E. So now, if you want to print only L here, how are you gonna do that?
You put the number
Now,
in there, like,
yes, because yes, yeah, because you got arrest output. When you
so be.
make that split, yeah, you got output of array. So now in the console you can put that console fruits of 4. Probably you will get output of E here. Okay,
Yeah.
but the same thing we can do in this as well, like this carrot as well, same, right? If you
Mm-hmm.
observe this carrot also same. If you
Yeah.
observe this, right? Hmm.
Mm-hmm.
So instead of making split, you can use carrot also for the same. Okay, and sometimes how you will get like entire word. Then you need to find the index in the sense the number. So whatever we are seeing that the 0, 1, 2 and all, right? Let me make this. Yeah. So we are calling this 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, right? All these numbers, we are calling this as an index.
Okay. Okay.
Okay.
Mm.
Yeah. So we can find, if you give like, if you provide that I, index of I, let us see that, index of E. Now let us see what
Would it give the
exactly it will
number?
give. Sorry?
Would it give the number of E? So
Yes.
4? Okay.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah. So this is how, like, in real time, I mean, these are the very common things that, that we can use for it.
Mm.
Okay. And we can check that, starts with and end with. If you look at that, start with is hello, it returns that Boolean value. When you use that start with, it returns that Boolean value. So
Mm.
when you use the start with of hello, and this is the string str dot start with hello, because it start with hello only, right? So that is the reason it gives output as a Boolean value as a true. But when you look at that str that ends with the world, why it is giving false here? Because it is not the end with old. After world also we have one more character here, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So whenever a requirement comes, no, we can use that, start with and start end with ends with also. Make sense?
Mm.
Yeah, see, these kind of methods you have to try in your own way. There will be lot of YouTube stuff and lot of, even when you are spending on social networkings, right? Like in LinkedIn or YouTube Shorts or Instagram Reels. There are a lot of people are giving, like, some interesting stuff on this.
Okay. I'll,
Okay, so
I'll check.
simply you can, you can subscribe their channels or reels stuff, not for a generic fun purpose, so that you can just look at that, how they are using code and all, and what see. I'm most of the times I'm wondering that, these are all, we all know all these methods and all for strings, arrays and all, but they will give in a real, I mean, the funniest and coolest examples for it.
Mm.
Then the creative mind also required to create those examples, not just only logical things.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so these are all the some few of the methods of strings, and you just focus on numbers also. Yesterday also I told you, like, is, nan, and parse, float, all of them. Okay, and you just practice one by one, and when you get it out you can ask me.
Mm.
Okay, so today probably what we are going to do is we are going to learn few of the array methods. Okay,
Okay. Yeah.
so I am moving this strength also we don't need. And when
So
it comes to
for array,
methods
do
of,
you use const?
sorry,
For arrays, do you use const?
no, I mean, I'm probably, I'll be very comfortable with it, because the problem is, when we are updating the values, right, immediately it shows error,
Mm.
because once you declare the const, it will be const only. You cannot change the value, you cannot change anything. But when if you declare with let, you can change the values. So for
Mm.
practicing an example, that is the best option. Otherwise, still we can use the const also here. There will be no issue.
Mm.
Okay, but the point is, we may have to, update things. So that is the reason that, usually I won't go with a const. When I'll go with the const, this value never changes. It will be constant only, like that all the time. In such a case, I'll keep them as a constant.
Mm.
Clear?
Yeah.
Any question?
No.
Okay, so now we can now what I'm going to do is I'm going to look on, few what you call that, an array method here. First, you understand what exactly meant by array, right? So this is gonna be a array, right? Where we can store multiple values, not a, like, one value. See, now what I'm going to do is let student equal to, you can keep this entire thing. So Ramesh, Suresh, and create this for this Suresh and Krishna, and this one and this one. This is a string. Now you cannot, okay, just listen carefully. You cannot print to Suresh straight away if you want,
You
because
cannot?
it is a you cannot, if for example, if you want to console of Suresh, it will
Mm.
be very difficult to print only Suresh. Why? Because it is a complete string,
Yeah, yeah.
right? And you
Mm-hmm.
won't get, you will get an index, but the point is you have to calculate the index, like 0 1 2 3 4 5 6 7. From 7 index onwards, 8 9 10 11 12. From 7 to 12 you have to pick it. How
Mm.
complicated, right?
That's
But when
complicated.
you have multiple values like this, so we make sure to add them in a array only. So this we call as a array. Okay,
Mm.
this is how the real-time data also will be. Okay, so now when you see this simple data, it will be only names, but I'm just giving an example how real-time data would be. Okay, students equal to array, and in that array what I'm going, okay, we have students info, let it be student info, and instead of this string I'm going to create data as a object, and in that object, like name Suresh, age 22, mm, gender male, education MBA, sorry, it should be again within the string. MBA is job holder, false. This is a one object. So now if you see the difference here, this is the string of the all the names. We are not going to use this structure. And this is the simple information of the, not simple information, simple we are providing the name. But when you see this data, it is a pure information. Let me make this as a Ramesh here also. So that now if you see, this is completely information of the Ramesh. And now just copy this comma based, and this comma is required. Okay, whether it is a string, whether it is a object, the comma is required between the values. And instead of Suresh, okay, it will be Suresh only. Copy this,
Mm-hmm.
and Krishna, and copy this, Ram. So if you observe the difference between this, the simply we are storing names here, but when you see here, what we are storing here, we are storing complete information of the student. So this is how in generally you can see that real-time data will be like this only.
Mm.
Okay, so now based on that UI, let us say in few of the UIs, we have to show the student names in the table format, right? In
Yeah.
such a cases, the data will be comes like this only from the API. API in the sense you understand it. The other day I have explained application program interface. Once
Mm-hmm.
you send the request to it, it will give the response. In the response, the data will be like this only. But in the UI, how you are going to show? You are going to show in the table like student name, age, gender, education, each job holder. These are the headings. And in each and every row, you will have like name Ramesh, age 22, male, MBA. He is
Mm.
not a job holder, or
So for
like that.
this, would you need to go back to HTML and add a table?
Yeah, of course. I mean, in
Okay.
real-time example will be like that only. Okay, but
Okay.
right now at this moment we are not looking that, but I'm just showing you that how exactly data will be in the real time. So this is a simple format of like simple example for array where we can store the names and all. But when you see that real kind of data will be like this only. So it will be like an array, and instead of Ramesh here we are storing entire object in place of Ramesh, and this is completely information about Ramesh, and comma is
Mm.
required. This is the structure of array, so that is what you should understand here.
Okay.
Okay, so now let's comment this at this moment. Now what are the array methods that we have? Okay, so now I want to add one value here. I want to add a one value here. Instead of Ram, I want to add here Bharat. Okay, but I can add here only within the, I mean, in the static array. But if I add something like this, which is not a dynamic, so I should add in the runtime itself student dot push. Now what I'm going to do here is within this push brackets I'm going to add a Bharat now. Now if I print the actual students console.log of students, now you can check Bharat as well in the array. Ram, Suresh, Krishna, Ram, Bharat. And if I comment this push one, you will able to see now only four. Ram, Suresh, Krishna, Ram. So what exactly this push works? Okay, let me cut this here. Let me paste somewhere. Okay, it will be good. So what exactly push is going to do is push going to be add whatever you want to add. So it will push to this array at the end.
Mm.
Okay, at the end you can add one value. So it is gonna be static or it is gonna be dynamic also. See, whenever I am giving an example, don't think always it will be Ram, Lakshman, Suresh, something like this. This is a reference kind of data, okay, reference stuff, this array and all. So you can think in a real time. For example, there is an array. So that's not, you can tell me like, how you gonna add, and I want to see one more value here after this. After Ram, I
Mm.
want to print one more value. How you gonna do that? So yes, you can say that, yes, we have a push method in the array. So whenever you use the push, you can do that.
Is
You can
that
push the values.
is that the main way to use push?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, this is the main, I mean, advantage and main purpose of push is in real time we are going to use push many times.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, many times. See, now let's, instead of this, let students, what we're going to do is now let students will be empty array also. When you see that empty array, there is no value, and even the length also will come zero only for this. But now you
Mm.
can see when I print this, you will see that in the Bharat now. Okay, sorry, students is not defined. Spelling is wrong. Huh? Okay, spelling wrong. Now you can check Bharat. Earlier it was what? Empty array. Now when I'm
Mm.
adding the push, what is that output? Bharat was added because it was only one. But instead
Mm.
of empty array, if I have only one value here is Ram, let us say. Now
Mm.
what you gonna see in the output? Ram and Bharat.
Yeah.
Okay,
Mm-hmm.
and let us say that you have, okay, okay, now I'm commenting this. So now we know how we're gonna add a one. So in technical word we can add an index or maybe element also. So we have added a one element in the array at the end. But what if I want to remove something at the end? Let us say I'm not going to use push now. I'm going to comment push. Now what I'm going to do is, so far if I print student, which one will come? So Ramesh, Suresh, Krishna, Ram will come, right?
Mm-hmm.
Now, if I make student dot pop, I think it is pop only. Pop, what it will give exactly? Ramesh, Suresh, Krishna only. As per my expectation, it should give Ramesh only three. Just reload. Okay, student is not defined. Students, sorry. Yeah, now you can see Ramesh, Suresh, Krishna only, but you are not able to see Ram here because we used pop. What pop will do? It will cut the last in element, whether it can be a string, whether it can be a number, whether it can be an object, the one which we saw previously. If you use for this array also, if you use that pop, obviously you won't see the RAM information when you print the data. because always it will remove that last element of the array. But if you want to add, what you're gonna use, which method you're gonna use? Push. If you want to remove last one, what you're gonna use is pop.
Why is it pop?
Clear? Sorry?
Is there a reason why it's pop?
Pop. Even I do not know what exactly meaning of the pop,
Okay.
but it will. I know that it removes the last element only.
Okay.
But sometimes it makes sense when you listen push. We know we are pushing something,
Mm-hmm.
right? It's meaningful. But when it comes to few of the methods that sometimes it will be difficult. But
Hmm.
what exactly meaning of the pop is any system will give any Google will give any meaning for it.
I'll search.
What is the meaning of POP? Pop. It will give a lot of stuff. No, no, no. There is no proper information for it. Yeah. No, not exact meaning, but yeah. You understand it, right?
Yeah.
So now instead of pop, what I'm going to use now, shift.
So it moves it
Now you
in.
can shift. Now you can check that how exactly it works. When you reload this page, now you can see Suresh Krishna Ram and Suresh Krishna Ram, and what you are missing here, Ramesh is missing. Why? Because when you use shift, first element will be removed. So far, let me add one by one here. Push, add new element at the end. Next is what? Pop, remove last element, shift, remove first element. Make sense? Any
Mm.
question?
Makes sense.
Yeah. So what is opposite of the shift is unshift.
Mm. So it
So
removes the
add
last. Oh.
new, oh, no, new element at the beginning. Okay. Push and pop, similar thing. It will for last elements. One is going to add, one is going to be remove. And shift and unshift are similar. Okay, either remove or add elements at the first place.
Mm.
Okay, but when you use pop and shift, you don't need to add anything because straight away these are removals. But when you add something, you have to give some input for it. When I use that unshift, you have to write something here. Like what you're gonna write, mm, Bhagavant or Bhagat. So now you can check that it will start with Bhagat. See,
Mm.
Bhagat, Ramesh, Suresh, Krishna, Ram. But what after unshifting? What if I want to remove the Bhagat?
If you want to remove, you could do shift again or pop.
Yes, yes. No, shift only because I
Oh,
want to remove only Bhagat. And if you look at this
oh,
order, Bhagat is the first one,
mm.
right?
Mm-hmm.
And we have one more method of important thing is for each. Okay, now I'll tell you there are other methods as well slice or slice I think so slice.
Mm.
What exactly do slice? I think it will returns a copy. Uh, what exactly it will give? I think it will remove that from that onwards. Okay, now we'll try that slice. But whenever you are using the slice, right? So what you have to mention, the number here. Let us say that if you add some number here, two. Now you can see Ramesh, Suresh, Krishna, Ram, right? Now you can check it that what exactly values you are going to get here. See. Why so same students dot slice. Probably what you're gonna do is, we can take another array, like, let output equal to student dot slice. Now we can check that output. Let us reload this page. Now you can see Krishna and Ram only. You can see Krishna and
Exactly.
Ram.
Wow.
Yeah, so when you add a number of slice, what exactly it will do from this index onwards, it will be appear till the end, but before all the elements, it will be slice only, like, it will be removed.
Mm.
Okay, but make sure whenever you are checking that slice side, you have to put that, you have to store that into one another array, sorry, another variable, so that you can print that. Instead of that, if you straight away print that in the student dot slice, now it will give, I guess. Let us see whether it will give or not. Yeah, it is also giving here also. But the point is, you cannot print the only students, like, how we print so far students, right? You cannot print that. It won't give anything, because now see, uh, if you keep like something like this is the same way that we did, right? Remove for pop shift, with the same way only we did. But when you check the students, you will get all of them, even if you use a slice also. Okay, but the point is, slice you must use an array for it, another array. Obviously, output also become an array, because students is on already an array, and what you are doing is slice, and from the second index onwards, 0, 1 to second index onwards, it will be appear, and rest them will be, obviously, will be eliminated from the array, and these two will become a another array. Now you can check both console.log output, and you can check the students also. Still both of them will be there, Krishna
Mm.
Ram, and this is the students. So there is nothing harm in the students. But when you look at this first four, there will be harm in the students, because you are directly operating the main array. But when you use a slice, you are not actually operating the main array. So you are taking one more variable, and after slicing, whatever the values that you have, you are just storing into this array.
Mm.
Make sense?
Yeah.
Now I think we can use like, two values also in those lines. If I'm not wrong, 0 comma 1. Let us, or 0 comma 2. Let us see how it will come. Okay, I'm not going to print students again.
Mm.
Okay, Ramesh and Suresh. Ramesh and Suresh. So it start with 0, 0. Okay, how it is going to work? Ramesh and Suresh.
I thought it's
Ramesh and,
supposed to
okay,
be.
maybe.
Oh,
Sorry.
I thought since it's slice, it should be Krishna and Ram.
I don't know. Yeah. So when we give a one number, how exactly it is working? So whatever the index number we are giving, from that index onwards, it is showing, and previous values, it is, taking away. But when you use the two values, this is the zeroth index. Zeroth index will be appear, and when you use the second parameter as a, index number, its second parameter won't be available here. You can see from 0th index to what is 2, obviously before that 2 is 1 only, so 0 and 1 only will be comes into the output. So that is the reason you are seeing Ramesh and Suresh.
Mm.
Yeah, bit difficult to not difficult to know to understand this
Yeah.
slice. When you have a single value, it will be straightforward. Now
Mm-hmm.
let me add that, 0 comma 3. Now what exactly value that you will get?
It'll
So you
be
will get
from
Ramesh, Suresh,
it.
Krishna, and Ram. You won't see that Ram here.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Mm.
make sense?
Kinda.
Yeah, yeah. So probably we have, like, one more also, splice also, but I was not using much splice. Most of the time splice only I use, but I'll try to figure it out, the proper example for it for you.
Mm.
So probably splice, the splice, and, what we call, like, slice. Both are, we have to mention that, index numbers, Okay, so the first one will be like element starting from the index, removes that when it comes to numbers. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, and what are the other options that we have? We can try that for each. One of the interesting thing that we don't need this. Let us try that. Still it will be students only, or like we can. Okay, now we want to print all of them. Okay, so for that, what I'm going to do is, what is the array name is students, right?
Yeah.
Students dot for each. What I'm going to use that for each here. Within this for each, we have a like probably two things, like one is that value and second one is the index. So if I give only value, let us say that student, this is a parameter within this for each. Okay, now what I'm going to do is I'm going to write standard for each, that you will get an idea. Okay, not this. Yeah, this is the standard method of writing for each, and this is gonna be element. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to print console.log of element. Now you can see what exactly is coming in the element. Each and every element will be printing here. Now let us reload this. Ramesh, Suresh, Krishna, Ram. Okay, if we add a one more thing here, element comma index. So for this there will be a bracket required. Index comma element. Now you can check index also. 0 is Ramesh, 1 is Suresh, 2 second is Krishna, third is Ram.
Mm.
Right?
Yeah.
Now you can write again within most of the time in a very common method that we are going to use in the real time for each. Now instead of console we can do something here, like you can write some if condition. If element, what exactly is coming in the element? Element is like each and every element in the array. And when you
Mm.
see the index, the index number of each and every
Yeah.
element.
Mm.
Now element,
So is that not the same then?
sorry, it is that.
Is it not like similar, the same output
No,
for both?
I'm not getting your question.
Like for element, if I put Suresh and index number one, won't it be
Yeah,
the
yeah. I
same?
mean that yeah, that is how we are printed right here.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to make sure to when the element, let us say there is a requirement. Okay. Now if this is the data, okay. Now I have a one string with me. The string name is Ram. Now I need to find that whether Ram is there or not within the array. If Ram is there, I can add in one console for it. Yes, Ram is there. If Ram is not there, I can add a console. Yes, Ram is not there. Okay, so this
Mm.
is for each also a kind of looping in the sense it will loop that entire array. How many elements that we have within the array, each and every time. Okay, I'll tell you one small example for you. See, the thing is, well, let us say that you have a 10 friends. Okay,
Okay. Oh.
you have a 10 friends and
Mm.
you gave, I mean you have a 10 friends and you 11 people are staying in a room. Okay,
Mm.
and one of your important or maybe important keychain has been missed. Okay, so you are suspecting that one of your friend took that.
Mm.
Okay, let us say that in that example. Now if you do not have any like magical powers that will immediately say that hey, you only took my keychain, right? What
Mm.
you have to do is you have to find each and every pocket, right?
Yeah.
Obviously. So it's a kind of thing only. See, whenever we have an array, whenever we want to check something, now this is the array that we have, and I want to check only RAM, right? Only
Mm.
RAM only I want to check. Now I need to check that all the data. So whenever checking all the data, that is meaning of that, looping. Each and every person you are searching, then only you will get that where exactly it is there. So for loop, for each, all these are is kind of a looping functionality only. Now even though if I'm making that on for each also, it will be like in a loop only. Now you can see. Now if I'm removing this, now you can check that what you are getting. You are getting whatever the data is in the array. You are seeing everything, including that index numbers as well, right? That
Mhm.
means whenever you are using that for each, it means it is looping the data. Whenever meaning of looping is you are checking each and everybody. Now once you get all of them within this console itself, if you understand, if you look at this example within the console, when I'm printing that element, you are seeing all of them, not just one person or one element here, right?
Yeah.
Now within the list of these people, now I want to check that whether Ram is part of it or not. Now I can check that if element, what I'm going to get element, the person, no, one of the element name. Now element and Ram is there at the end. Okay, now element double equal to or triple equal to, so you know the difference, like let students equal to, this equal is different from this three equals, and this is different assigning value. Okay, assigning value, comparison value, comparison value, and data type also.
Mm.
When you give 0, what it is assigning. When you see the double equal to, when you use the double equal to, what exactly it is going to check? It is going to check whether the two values are same or not.
Okay.
Okay, but when you use the triple equal to, you are going to check value and data type. Now if I put that Ram here,
Mm.
because if you, when we need this, right? Because one this is different from this is different, and this is different. This 11 is different from this 11. Why? Because what is the difference? Both are 11 only, right?
Yeah.
But what is the difference?
One is would display actual 11, and the other one would display basically the 11th index.
No, no, that is not the correct answer. This 11 is straight away a number, data type is a number. But when you check, this 11 data type is not a number. Why? Because it has a quotes. When we see the quotes around that thing, we consider this as a string.
Mm. Okay.
You're getting my point?
Yeah.
Yeah. So now we'll check something in the console now. Now 11 double equal to 11. What exactly it is giving? True, right?
Yeah.
Because it is considered when double equal to, consider that comparison the values. It considers that okay, here also it is 11 and here also it is 11. So it considers only value. But when you give 11 triple equal to 11, why it is giving false this time? Because whenever you are using that triple equal to, it checks the value along with the data type also. Now 11 is the number and this 11 is the string. Now you
Mm.
can check that type of 11, it becomes number. Type
Mm.
of string 11, obviously it is
Oh.
string only,
Yeah.
right?
That makes sense.
So now what I'm doing is element triple equal to ram. Now log of console.log of, hey, we found ram. else Ram is not here. Sorry, not this here. Now we don't need this console anymore,
Hmm.
and we don't need function also, because this when you use that for this, it will straight away it is going to be execute. Let's clear everything in the console. And why, hey, why we found Ram here? Print both should not be why it is. I see. Okay. Now I understand.
Hmm.
Okay. So how it is going to check that, whenever it is checking that in the student, it will check each and every person. So first it will go to Ramesh and check the condition, like, Ramesh double equal to Ram. What
It
exactly it
just
will come?
it
Yeah.
was no.
So yeah. So Ram
That's
is
what
not
it
here.
was.
So it will go to else. And when it comes to Ramesh Suresh, it will also check that, Ramesh equal to Ram, right?
Hmm. Yeah.
Then it will come to else, and then it comes to else, and but finally when it comes to this, it is giving that, console.log here, because we have written that control statement within this each loop only. So that is the reason it is giving,
Oh,
printing multiple times,
okay.
but
That's why
each and
there's
every time it is
like
sorry.
in the council it says 3. Is that why?
Yeah, yes, you're right. Clear.
Yeah.
Yeah, so this is how, we can find we can use that, different methods here, like, for each we can use, or find we can use, map we can use. There are other methods as well. Okay, you make sure to check all of them one by one. You can just find that, array methods.
Mm.
mm, Array methods in JavaScript. For each and every method, you should have, you should understand that, each and every method has, sorry, each and every data type has a few methods. If you look at strings, it has few methods, like, to uppercase, to lowercase, checking the length, caret, and the trimming, replace, all this stuff. When you find that, methods for a number, also you will get some methods for a number. And when you find some methods for an array, so all this, like, push, pop, shift, unshift, slice, okay, all these are all methods for array. You can just follow this. So there will be a lot of things. See, basic array methods like length, yet, join, pop, push, shift, unshift, delete, concat, slice, right?
Hmm.
So for each and every one that, you will get enough, for sure you will get, proper examples for it. And what else we need to cover, right? So apart from that, okay, so your target is, like, for tomorrow, just practice, like, string methods for few of them, pick few of them, and for number few of the methods, and when it comes to array, few of the methods for array.
Wait, what was the second one? String methods? And then
Number.
okay.
See, yesterday it's the same thing, right? I have, see, we have few methods. Is nan, based on that is nan. So let us say that example that, we saw that somewhere here, right? Data, type of data. Okay, now if I use that is nan 11. Okay, what we have to pass. Yeah, we did correct only. Okay, spelling wrong. Yeah, this one correct. Is not a number. 11 is not a number. It gives, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So probably when you will get a true output for it, until unless you pass a data type apart from the number.
Mm.
Okay, but instead of this, you can straight away check that type of that. Let us say that if you can check that whatever the data that you are getting now, you can check that type of 11, okay, e triple equal to number lf. This is number. Yes. Okay, this is already we got already this. You can write within whatever you want in there because type of 11 is obviously it will give number only. Just copy this type of number. What
Mm.
exactly it is? Number and number triple equal to number only, right? This
Yeah.
condition also correct because the length is same 6 6. The characters also same and data type also same.
Yeah.
Number also is there in the string and here also it is showing in the string itself and it gives so obviously it will go to inside of the if only.
Mm.
Make sense?
Yeah.
Yeah. So just focus on methods of array and so I'll tell you like what are the important things in array. I'll tell you like for each and map, filter, uh, find what is missing, the important things, array methods, map for each, filter, find. Probably you can check that reduce also. But these are all very very important. Okay, for each is one of the very common method that we used to write in each and every day-to-day code life. And map also, and filter also, and find also.
Mm.
Okay, so we can try, GPT. We can ask like, so provide me few examples of JavaScript array filter method. Okay, now we can see we have
Mm.
a numbers of multiple things and we are what we are doing is we are finding that
Even.
filtering that even numbers,
Mm.
right?
Mm-hmm.
When you are divided by when you are dividing with the two, if the value comes as a zero, then we can consider that is the even number only, right? But
Yeah.
this is the logic for it. So filter we have to use. I mean this kind of requirement only will come in the real time also, no matter what. And if you see this, oats is equal to apple, banana, kiwi, orange, and grape, so on. So filtering out string longer than a certain length, short words that filter word that length less
Oh.
than or equal to 5.
Mm.
Okay, so the length of the text, the length of the element should be either 5 or less than 5. Like you can check in the output like how many you got that apple within the 5 only. 5 or within the 5, kiwi 4, so it passes. Grape also 5, but if you look at that banana, it has 6 and orange also 6.
Yeah.
You are getting, so now
No.
this is the kind of data that I showed you, right? Like previously student data when it
Mm-hmm.
has an array and multiple objects. Now find filtering out an object based on a property. Okay, so now we can find that person is less than or equal to sorry, greater than or equal to 30.
Mm.
So now this is the data that you got. Maybe the same thing we can use from our requirement also. Let us say that we have like 22, like 25 and 22 and 30. Now you got like you have four records, Ramesh, Suresh, Krishna, and Ram, where has like different age groups. Now you want to filter only people who has age less than 25. How many of you them you got? You got like Krishna you will get, Suresh you will get, Ramesh also you will get. How can you filter the data? The same logic only. Whatever we have used that filter, we have to filter it and person age dot age right? Greater than or equal. Okay, in our case, like it will be like less than or equal to 25. We can use it.
Mm.
Okay, but if you see this, the conditions and all will be same always. But make sure to understand, the filter requirement here.
Okay.
Okay, in the same
Yeah,
way
it
we
makes
have, yeah,
sense.
we have like sorry.
Yeah, it makes sense because it's just focusing on what you want.
Yes, yes. I know, like you will feel whenever you understand something that your voice will be like a little bit high. That you feel that okay, I understand this. But the
Mhm.
problem is, actual problem will come after the session only.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know, I understand. But there is no other option for you. You have to practice each and every method. You can practice it. So
Mm.
tomorrow we can just focus on loops concepts and few DOM related subjects. Okay. Then after we'll focus on jQuery, like how really jQuery works and all in real time. But right now, to be honest with you, if you want to go with the JavaScript stuff, okay, you better learn JavaScript first. Then after either of the framework, like an Angular or React, you can use it. But jQuery now it is dead only. No one is using jQuery. Only legacy applications. Legacy application in the sense it's been started almost 15, 20 years back, and still people are using that because clients are using that product. So there is no other option for users. So still they are using jQuery and all. Those scenarios will be still there, but whatever the applications that you are seeing newly, everything will be now everything will be definitely created with any of the new JavaScript frameworks, either it will be like Vue.js or the Angular or React.js. And there
Mm.
are a lot of things that we are hearing every day. Okay, but I'll give an introduction, what exactly jQuery and how we can consume that, in the same way I'll explain that. Okay.
Okay.
Chalo, then we have three more sessions, 7th, 8th and 9th. Okay, probably we
Mm-hmm.
will have like good sessions with good topics. I hope that you understand so far. Like in real time, also this is kind of examples. You don't need to just find any website. Just try to ask GPT to provide you like kind of examples, and you can still play with that. This AI user interface, right? It will give a
Yeah.
different kind of data stuff to you.
Okay.
Okay,
Mm-hmm.
chalo then.
Yeah. Thank you.
Yeah.
Bye.